Hey guys, this is Justin Rosenberg. I like to say Rosenberg because I don't know, you won't spell it right. I talked about magic cards last time, so now I'll talk about programming because I really like programming, and I mentioned before the QBasic and the finding on the Russian website, but um, programming since I graduated high school in '97, so I could technically put on my resume since '97. '01, I worked at IBM. You'll see that on my LinkedIn account if you find it, which is not too hard. Um, uh, then I went to K-State, where the professor actually wrote in the book. And usually you think if they wrote the book, that they just are feeding the books for feeding sales to feed. But that wasn't the case. This was a case where the guy, I don't remember his name. If you want it, I can look it up. Um, the guy wrote the book, and it wasn't published yet, and we were coming in, and it was Java, and Java has been my language ever since. Um, I asked if I could. There was a certain amount of people that were kind of like, we already know this stuff. Like, why do we have to go to the class? And so he actually gave the assignments for the whole year, as long as you turned them in for these days, and as long as you came to class these days, because they're having pop quizzes, you didn't have to go to any of those days. And that was definitely me. I mean, freshman year and intro to programming, I was like, psh. So, um, but wait, sorry. Goose goose, sleepy. Um, so I graduated college, I worked for IBM, I traveled 100% of the time, which I joke with people that um, it was good for relationships because I went here and there, and then I came back 2 weeks later. So I was always gone 2 weeks. It was good for me. It was good for my roommates because every 2 weeks I'm gone. It was all good until I came back and worked at Sprint, and I was still working for IBM, but I was working for Sprint, and I will forever remember the mistake I made. It was I had a member variable in a class, and it was a multi-threaded. Um, it was multi-threaded because like every person that came to it did. How do I describe it? So I'm trying to think how to describe things so somebody without programming doesn't know. But so multiple people. So somebody logged in here, someone logged in here. This person would see this person's stuff, and that's not good. There isn't one whatever it was, and it was a portal. It was like what was your portal, or it was Sprint portal. I don't know, but I got fired from that job, and I don't want to get into it, but those people that say everything happens for a reason, I don't believe that. I mean, well, everything does happen for a reason because that's what happened. If you can think about your life and um, you think about your life, and if what if I'd asked that girl out? And the only answer is nothing unless you ask that girl out now, because now is the only time that really matters. And Sam Harris is a guy I really like listening to. I'm not paying $15 for a freaking podcast subscription, so I'll listen to the free podcast and then whatever. Um, Programming. So I'm active in Kansas City, where I live. I am one of three guys who organizes a Kansas City Java user group, or KC Jug, and they're on YouTube. When the pandemic hit, we're like, what do we do? And everybody's on Zoom, and we're like, okay. And a friend of mine, the two guys are friends, and I'm not saying their name because I don't know if there's privacy issues there, but one of them said, hey, there's this website called StreamYard, and it's really good for making videos. So we went to use it, and it was pretty good, and we rotated, and my ugly mug is up there, so if you want to see what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years, you can see videos of KC Jug and see if I'm the one doing the intro. And you get like 1,000 points. Well, I guess you don't, because you get 1,000 points if you can find a video of me talking at a Magic tournament with a Super Jew shirt on. So anyway, I do that, and I remember one of the KC Jugs, which was it was hosted at YRC. No, it wasn't. I think it was KC Jug. It was actually like the spring group before, and then kind of changed to KC Jug because some of the spring developers are like, I'm a little busy. I can still get cool people like Josh Young, I think it is. No, that's my friend. Josh. Let me look it up. Let me actually edit. Josh, what's his name? Josh Long. It was Josh Long. I actually edited a video, I think. Who knows? Josh Long would still come and talk, and his Mike Heckler would come and talk. Mark Heckler. And so it was at one of this meeting, and this guy stands up. I didn't know him really that well. And he said, I'm going to start a meetup, and I just want to let you guys know I'm starting a meetup, and we're going to help veterans who want to get into tech, get into tech. And so I thought it was pretty far-fetched to think that you're going to have veterans coming, like all you're going to have is Java guys, not Java guys, but just programming guys. And you know what? I was wrong. We have like 3 people at least that have gone through the program of drinking coffee with us, and really we're more of like an emotional support group. Like my friend Justin, he like, I knew he would, but I knew it would be tough for him, but he wanted it. He wanted it. And so he was like, and the way he dates women is the only way is to forget about rejection. So he was a great sales job. So I thought, he might not be like programmer, the guy, the 10x programmer, the Fireship, great, since this is programming, great job he does with taking technologies in like 100 seconds and giving you. And this recent video is stereotypes of programmers. I am definitely the lazy programmer, but not all the things. I don't have like side hustles, but when I come home, or when I'm home and it's time, I just go click and I'm out of work. I don't even think about work, and that's the way some people do it. Other people, they keep thinking about work, but I don't think about work. If I try not to think about work. And so Operation Code is a pretty cool thing. They are a national organization. They have tons of locations, so if you're a veteran and you have at least 1 hour of the GDI Bill, you can get a free boot camp. And I would say, we don't discriminate like Um, it's funny. They said like I like looked around and like it's like we're all white male, you know, and that's statistics like that. But with statistics like there's always like how many females, and we've got females into the group and they feel comfortable and that's great. And Justin doesn't date them. Justin being the yeah. Well, anyway, um, but I really like the group and I'll I don't know if I scheduled next Saturday, but make sure I think I did. All right, the magic alarm's going off 10:45. Thanks, and bye.